Welcome back, friends, and gather round for another episode of Simply Walking into Mordor. This is episode 10, and we are here back at Alton Fobane, this fool of a dwarf holding his axes the wrong way around, who sent us on a long journey around the lands of Bree to kill 3 surprisingly weak foes. But we've done it, and we're here to collect. We're here to collect our reward, so Alton, this better be good.
What do you want?
I want your axe. As a matter of fact, 16.1 DPS with 4 might and 3 agility. That is definitely worth it. We will take that. And we get a neat title, Nauglir, Blade of Renown. Alright, finish now. Thank you for that, Alton. And as we can see here, we've got a new deed, one of our class meta deeds. Complete the quest, A Blade of Renown. We're on the way to a class trait point. That is fantastic. I guess it was worth it in the end. Alton, you're not that bad. And I think we will be known as the Blade of Renown. There we are. Nauglir, Blade of Renown. Well, yes, as I said, guys, welcome back to this 10th episode of Simply Walking into Mordor. We're getting there. We're along the way. In fact, I'm going to mount up here so we can head off to Chief Watcher Grimbriar a bit quicker. As you can see, we're almost at level 17, 482 experience until we hit that level 17. And that puts us well on our way to level 115. There's a long way to go yet, but that just means there's more fun along the way. I've done a couple of things in between the last episode and now, and the main thing I've done is I've bought us some things from the store. Oh my, whoever that is very loud and not very good at playing the lute. I'm just going to turn that down so we don't get interrupted by those people again. I've done a couple of things, as I said. I've bought some things from the LotRO Store. Now, the LotRO Store can be accessed down here, and there are lots of little benefits and bonuses you can get using LotRO points. Now, I've been playing this game for quite a few years, and I've accrued quite a few LotRO points over the years. You get them from doing deeds, as you've seen. And other things like that. And also, I am a VIP member, so I get 500 every month. And one of the things you can buy with LotRO points that I would recommend for anyone to buy is some travel skills and bonuses. So, we've got our 1 milestone skill. That's our return to Bree. We can bind it to any milestone. You can actually buy a second one, and I think that's very useful, having a second place to return home to. So I've done that. I've bought us a second milestone skill. That's about just under 400 LotRO points in the store. And I've also bought 2 little passive bonuses that reduce the cooldown of these milestone skills. So as you can see, before they were a cooldown of 1 hour. 1 hour cooldown, which isn't very useful. You can go return to your home every hour. That's not great. But these bonuses reduce that cooldown to 5 minutes, just 5 minutes. Which pretty much means whenever we want to, we can return back to these 2 milestones. Now, I haven't actually bound this second one yet, but we will get around to doing that as soon as we encounter another one to bind to. But that is for the future. Right now, we are ready to help Chief Watcher Grimbriar and his troops as we cleanse this land of foul brigands. Right. Here we are. Chief Watcher Grimbriar.
How can I be of service?
Yes, the mayor did send us, and we're happy to lend a hand. Okay. Here we are. Finish this quest. And we've hit level 17. Very good. Okay, your job is to guard Bree. Very good. But he doesn't have men to waste patrolling the countryside. Apparently there are some brigand raids, though, so we need to go and inspect them. So we're going to find out who these brigands are working for. Now, there's also this dwarf here, Lothar Ironband. He has a quest for us also.
Will you stop and hear my
A dwarf-made blade.
tale?
Hail, good fellow. I was wondering if you could help me with a bit of a problem. It seems that no sooner did I set my latest blade out to cool than someone stole it. Oh dear, that's not very good. He didn't see who it was, but he suspects it was one of the mansmiths working at Thornley's farm. Okay, so he thinks there's a jealous smith up at Thornley's farm who has stolen his blade, so we'll go investigate that for him. Don't you worry, Lothar, we'll get your blade back. Alrighty. So, off we go. Firstly, we're going to go find the loyalty of these men. Now, if you'll notice, guys, We are leveling a bit faster than the quests are. And so this quest is level 14, and that puts it at a light blue difficulty scale. And so that these quests are going to be pretty easy for us. But that doesn't matter. We're all about getting through the story and getting involved. But guys, if you do want that to change, do leave a comment. And I'll be sure to change up the way we're playing. At the moment, I'm planning to, you know, help these people out, get through, and we'll level as we go. Right, so hopefully on one of these brigands, we will find a strange medallion. Just as I said that, we found one. So we found a strange medallion. We've also got some enduring leather gloves of fate. They're not as good as what we're using, so we won't bother with them. Great, we found who they are loyal to. We found a strange medallion. And that will surely help us discover who these brigands are answering to. But first, we are going up to Thornley's farm to investigate this sword that the dwarf Lothar has lost. So here we are. My poor Maribel, what kind of life can I make for her when I have no business? Well, this guy seems like he's out of business. Maybe he has stolen the sword.
How can I be of service?
A stolen sword? Stolen from a dwarf? I don't know what you're talking about. Well, he's a bit nervous. He says he mops his brow nervously. Okay, he admits it. He took it. Please don't tell the constable. Okay, he did it to save his family. Apparently a brigand named Nate told me that he would hurt his family unless he made a sword for their captain Blake. Well, this seems to be giving us some valuable information about the brigands as well. There's a captain called Blake. Okay, so apparently he's going off to the graveyard and Boar Hollow, and we're going to go chase him. Right, yes, we're going to set matters right. We're going to find Nate, and we're going to take the sword back. Off we go. He's just down here, very close to the work site. It's a field bear just wandering around. A boar. That boar looks very diseased. Deary me. Alright, here we are. It's a little work site. And look, a flashing body for us to pick up. Perfect. Okay. Here we are, Nate. He's dead, looks like. That's not great for you, I guess, but hopefully you've got our sword that we're looking for. We're searching his body, and as you kneel to examine Nate, it is clear that he's quite dead. Well, yes, I did see that. His hand grasped the hilt of a sword, but the blade has snapped off and is nowhere to be found. Well, dearie me. Nate has gone and broken our lost sword. That is not good at all. Alright, we're going to head back to Kenton Thistleway, the out-of-luck smith, and see what he's going to do about this predicament that he's gotten himself into. We are this work site. Lots of people working around here. Alright, here's Kenton.
What can I do for you?
Yes, the blade broke, and it is very, very bad. Okay. Do you think Lothar would make another if we explain the situation to him? Okay, we're going to go back to Lothar and see if he can make another blade for the brigands to help out Kenton this way. I don't know how forgiving this dwarf is going to be, but it's worth giving it a go. Alrighty then. Off we go, off we go. Now guys, as I was saying, we're a bit high in level, but that is a-okay. And what I might do if it becomes a decent issue in the future is actually get another item from the store, which is an experience disabler. And so when we get to a certain point in level, we can chuck that on and not level up too fast to keep the challenge at the expected level. Alright, another blade. He cannot be serious. He's already behind another work, so this dwarf is not looking like he's going to help. Give me the hilt. I must be going soft. I'll do it to keep his family safe. Oh, okay, he's coming around. He's coming around. But he's going to have to do something in exchange. Okay, what's he going to have to do?
Hear me out, traveler.
The first is that if the brigand doesn't come looking for the sword, he gets it back. Okay. Second, this always gives me a hand, and he does some of the simpler work I've got piling up around here. Okay, so he's got some new things for him to work on. This axe needs a new haft, the bellows need new leather, and the helm needs to be reshaped and reinforced. Okay, so we've got 3 tasks to do for Lothar. Well, more to the point that Kenton has to do for Lothar. But before we head back to Kenton, we're going to hand this question to Chief Watcher Grimbriar.
What can I do for you?
Since when are outlaws able to afford such things as medallions? That is a bit strange. Even the constables don't have badges. And who is this Sharky fellow anyway? Well, this is very disturbing. Your find seems to suggest an organization that we haven't seen before in these brigands. Yes, there is a bit more organization about them. Apparently he's got a spy in the Brigands though, and we're going to meet the spy and see what the spy has to say. Alright, so the spy is off to the east here. We're just going to ride a bit into the woods. That's the north gate of Bree, so it's not far from town at all. And this is the rock we're going for. Here we are. Alright, I'm actually going to switch into our multi-target mode. Oh, we've hit level 17, which means we have a new trait point. And here we are. We have spent 5 trait points in the yellow tree, which means we've unlocked the second row of traits. So as we know, we've been getting blade skill damage recently, and we've got our battle frenzy trait. We haven't been getting the might. We might get that a bit later. But yes, it's not heaps useful. Even we might just get the first rank of it later on. Might not even bother with the other 4. But these ones are quite good indeed. So we have 3 more traits to look at. We have Barbed Wall, which gives us some extra damage to our Blade Wall skill. That's quite helpful. We use that quite a lot. And it goes up to 100% extra damage. That can get pretty deadly, Blade Wall. That's already pretty damaging, so 100% extra, that's doubling the damage. That's pretty good. Alright, we can get Broad Sweep, which increases our number of targets for area of effect skills. And at max rank, Swift Strike becomes Swift Blade, which is a multiple target attack instead of a single target attack. This is a great trait to invest in. But there's an even better one over here, which is Raging Blade. Grants the skill Raging Blade. It's a full AoE attack, inflicting heavy damage, and this attack never misses on level opponents. So, if the opponent we're fighting is at our level or below, this skill is never going to miss. And that is incredibly useful because it does 8 targets, 8 meters radius, costs 3 fervor, but that's alright. It does 3 attacks to all of them. And this is one of the best skills that champions have. So we're going to get that straight away. It costs less fervor than Blade Storm, so we're going to chuck that there. We're going to use this skill so much. So, we've got it ready. And in fact, I think we're about to get a chance to try it out.
You startled me.
This is the informant. Apparently he's suspected. Oh no, we're going to have to protect him. Here we are. Got these southern poachers. Let's get some fervor up so we can use our new skill. There we go. Shing, shing. Heaps of damage there. And that will be very useful for us in the future. Especially since we can increase the amount of targets it has. At the moment it's 8, which is already incredible. But with our other trait here, we can increase it to 5 more targets, to 13. And also we can increase its damage a bit more because, as it says, it is a blade type skill. So it is increased by this trait as well. Very helpful. Oh, and there's another trait here that increases its damage even more. So this skill is going to be the cornerstone of our area of effect damage. Right, we're just wandering back here to Chief Watcher Grimbriar. We've got a bundle of notes. I think we can read them here. Yes, let's read them quickly. I don't know if I can make this bigger, so I might just read it quickly. Since Sharky's men have come up from the south and taken over, the local brigands have changed from being common thieves and robbers into something more like a small army. Oh dear. Dirty and ill-equipped though they are, by combining their numbers they may be stronger than any of the town guards. That's not very good. The Bree-Land brigands of past times might have been crude and dirty outlaws, but they were still men of Bree for the most part, with relatives in the towns and farms of the region, so they weren't all that inclined to heedless violence. But now Sharky's men have changed everything, dearie me. So, Sharky's men are gathering forces for some important task. He's afraid they intend no simple thieving. They want to take over all of Bree-Land. Apparently they come from the south. They're all ill-favored brutes. They have a leader called Sharky. Sharky's not yet in Bree-Land, but it may be that he will come soon. Where do these men come from and where is Sharky now? I do not know this for sure, for I have never travelled beyond Bree-Land and do not know the Southlands. But these men sometimes speak of a place called Isengard. Oh dearie me. They come from beyond Andrath, maybe as far as Dunland. It seems, from what I have overheard, that they are rivals with some band they call the Iron Crown. But I know even less of this. Well, this is very interesting. As we know, Isengard is the home of Saruman, and if they're talking about Isengard, perhaps Sharky, their leader, is actually the wizard who has turned evil, Saruman the White. And that would be very grave danger indeed. But it also said there that they were opposing the Iron Crown. And that's very interesting because the Iron Crown are the people from Angmar. They're the enemies to the north. instead of the south, and apparently they're in opposition, which might be worked to our favor. The men of Angmar and the men of Isengard fighting against each other. Rightio, just as I'm looking in my inventory here, I've noticed we haven't equipped our champion's axe, which will be very useful for us. So, there we are, we've got it equipped. We actually want this hammer in our offhand, and I keep forgetting we actually need ourselves a bow. But, I think, yes, here we are. We have a bow as a quest reward for this quest, and even any of these, this is a little bit better than our will bracelet, but these pieces of armor or equipment are not as good as the bow anyway. So we're going to grab the bow, get ourselves a new bow. Right. Now listen here, I'm not going to invite the aid of those rangers out of the wild. Oh, okay, he's not going to ask for the rangers' help. The men of Bree are capable of defending their own lands from the threats they face. Okay, that's fine. So it appears the leader has established a camp within the thick copse of trees behind the knoll to the west. Okay, so we're going to go over there, and we are going to investigate. We're going to collect some more notes and return them to Chief Watcher Grimbard. Jump over the river there. Right, here we are. Just this little knoll here, this grassy hill. And I believe there are some bandits for us to fight over here. And hopefully a leader where we can get some information from. But look at all these bandits, and I think we have a great opportunity to test out our new skill, our Raging Blade skill again. So we're just going to get our bow out and shoot these guys to get them over here. And in we go to the leader. Here we are. And gather them all up. Here we are. And I can't see them. They're all in the trees. Okay, let's try and get out of the trees here. Build up some fervor. And Raging Blade. And they all go down. There we are. Okay, we've got some more enemies still. They haven't all been vanquished. We've got some ranged guys over here. Just look how long this range of the skill is. That hit that skirmisher all the way over there. Alright, last one. And we will finish him off with a Savage Strike. There we are. Okay. Well, that was quite a battle. We've got some loot over here, a tattered pack. These little boxes, they're sometimes chests or packs or even corpses. They hold some nice little gear, nice little, rewards, just little pieces of trinkets or crafting gear, crafting items I might say, and they also contain a bit of currency, and they're actually quite a good way to collect some currency on landscapes, so we're going to collect them whenever we see them. Right, we've got some more notes to read. Here it says, Sharky has ordered that we immediately step up our activities around Bree. No traders must move without paying off our people, and all the farmers must give us all the food we need. Dearie me. They are nothing to us anymore, the guards and garrisons. Let the constables huddle in Bree and Archer so long as we own the roads and the fields. That is very true. Apparently they already have Andrath. We will soon have all the land between here and our encampment at Brigand's Watch. Soon we'll have all of Bree-Land in flames. There is one more thing. The boss is interested in some hobbit named Baggins. Certain riders have been sniffing around asking for that name, and you should look out for it too. If you find any hobbit named Baggins, let me know at once. Well, seems that these brigands are tied in even more than we knew. Yes, this Sharky fellow is intent on establishing a strong foothold. Alright. We're going to look for some more notes even, apparently from the brigand's lieutenant, who's in, he's in the brigand camp at Brigand's Watch, so we're going to go see if we can deal with them. But Roger Rosecane also has a quest for us. So here we are. If you're going into the heart of the brigands' encampment here in Bree-Land, can you search for the goods they have stolen from the surrounding farms? Okay, so we're also going to collect some goods, return them to the farmers here. But I think it's high time that we go back to Kenton Thistleway and we continue our storyline with him as well. We've reached level 17 without dying. That's great. We finished that deed, and we've been bestowed a new deed. We must have finished the quests within Bree-Land deed, which might mean that we have another virtue to equip. Let's head over to our virtue tab. So we've got 3, and no, we still just got 3. It must have been charity that it gave us if we look completed. Oh, we haven't completed anything. What is this? We must have completed our first quest in Bree-Land, I guess. There we are. Okay. Never mind about all that. We're here to help Kenton Thistleway. Yes, we're doing the simple work for the dwarf, that's right. So, iron straps, apparently we're getting from Foreman Rosethorn. Okay. He's straining the cost of this project, apparently. We have no straps in our stores. Take the old iron pot. He can make some straps out of that. Dear me. And now we also have to get some leather and some trinkets. I wonder why we're getting trinkets. That seems a bit strange. We're going to decorate the axe haft with these trinkets. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Alright, so we're going down here into this little hollow. Lots of boars in here. We're just going to run around, find these trinkets, and these boars should come and attack us all by themselves. I think these ones just threaten, yes. But what's the fun? Let's get all of these boars on us, do some real damage, and get that Raging Blade skill to do some work. There we go. Very good. And they're all down. That is a great sight. Here's a backpack, another one of these little loot bags. Got some pale brimstone, but more importantly, the silver and copper. Alright, we found a trinket. That's very good. We're gonna have to find some more. That's a 1 out of 3. I think we've definitely... Oh, we've only got one flawless boarhide. And of all those boars that we just killed, dearie me. Maybe these diseased ones won't give us what we're looking for. Looks like lots and lots of boars over here, and there's 2 debris piles as well. So, here we are. Now's a good time to make a stand before they all run away. We've got the fur we need, and shing shing, that is so much damage. Bring them all down. And these boars did not know what hit them. Alright, we have some debris to collect. Made some good progress this episode, getting through the quests of Bree-Land. I don't think we're going to need to worry about this XP disabler for a little bit. It depends how much involved we want to get in the story. Remember guys, if you do want to let me know how you would like us to progress through the story, whether you'd like to see us go just power through, go straight to 115, not worry about the story at all, then let me know. But as it stands, I think we will follow the epic story and go through the region of Eriador, help the people here before we power on to 115. After Eriador, it does get a bit streamlined. There's only really one way you can go, so it's really just this start of the game where we might take a bit longer. All right. We have Thistleway's shirt as a reward. Yeah, we've given the things, but something terrible has happened. Oh dear, that's not good.
Can I spit with you a moment?
It's terrible. Blake, the brigand captain who wanted the sword, came and told me he knew Nate was dead and that he knew I had something to do with it. Deary me. He said he's taken my daughter Maribel. If he doesn't give him another sword, and soon he'll kill her. You must save her. Get the sword from Lothar, then go to Blake's camp. It's in the Bree fields up north of Bree. I don't think we're going to do that. We might do that. I think what we're going to do is save Maribel. We're just going to quickly go down to Lothar, and then I think Blake is up at the brigand camp that we were heading to anyway. So we'll just quickly ride down here to Lothar and see what he has to say about this. Alright, here we are, coming up. Got some pretty good gear. We still haven't got a necklace at all. That's not helpful.
It is an insult.
Yes, you'll have to mount a rescue and save Kenton's daughter. Right, we're going to go and save him. He hasn't got the sword ready, so we're going to have to fight our way through the camp and save Maribel ourselves. Off we go. Now the camp is a bit far away, but on our way, we can have a look at some more of our stats here. We're about halfway maybe through our stats. I hope you're finding that interesting, how we discuss these different statistics. They kind of do help, and as we choose gear, it's good to know why I'm choosing different pieces of gear over some others, which stats are important for our character and which ones aren't. So the next one, which we can do, is resistance. So this resistance stat, it says your chance to avoid all effects. That's not really that explanatory. What it means is effects like bleeds and poisons and diseases and fears. Those 4 are the main ones. And basically we have a 10.3% chance with this amount of resistance to avoid those effects entirely. So if we've got a bleed on us and it's about to tick, give us some more damage, we have a 10.3% chance of it not affecting us at all. And it'll come up with a little resist marker up there. So that's what resistance is. All right. We have some brigands to fight. These guys all look like they're melee. So we're going to bring them and run up here. Actually, we might fight them. It's a bit far up the hill. Let's get some further up. Bring out that Raging Blade skill. And we've brought them all down with ease. This Raging Blade skill is really something. Okay, we've got a new piece of weaponry here, which actually might be... I'm just going to put us into solo so we don't get bothered by world chat. We might have some new pieces of armor we want to equip here. Looks like we've been finding some things. Yeah, this mace is going to do some more damage to us. Yes, we'll bind it to ourselves. Now, if you notice here, I've actually got 2 swords showing on us, but we're using an axe and a mace. And that's because you can actually cosmetically equip weapons. As long as they're the same type, you can cosmetically equip different weapons so that, yeah, it looks how you want it to. And I've chosen to go with these 2 swords here. But we can change that up as we go. You might want to look some different way. Now we've got... Wow, we really have some new pieces of equipment here. They're dropping like crazy from these brigands. Must have stolen lots of things. Right, we've got a helmet. And that is definitely better than what we're wearing. It's got 15 max morale. As you know, Vitality only gives us 3 points of max morale per Vitality point, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, actually, I am mistaken. There we go. Looks like it gives us 5 points, even. That is quite a lot. So, actually, it's still better. There we go. Okay, so we've got more armor and more health from that helmet. Very handy. This 2-handed axe, not that good. It is... Yeah, it's less DPS than our 1-handed axe. And it doesn't have as good as stats on it. So we're not going to use that. We'll just sell it. Alright. Through the brigand camp we go. These melee ones will keep on running, but when we find a ranged one, we'll actually fight. So they don't get too spread out on us. Alright. Using our area of effect skills to great effect and bringing them all down with ease. Okay. Pick up these stolen goods. Got to collect 12 of them. That's 4. See if we can avoid these brigands here. But then we are going to take them. We're going to fight them over there. Alright. Hello. Shoot him with our bow. Get his attention. Doesn't matter that misses. Alright. Here's another one. And these other 2. Okay. Come and fight us. Yeah, this is why I like playing champion, guys. This Raging Blade, we're really coming to our own with that skill. It's bringing the area of effect party to bear. Alright, here we go. We've got heaps more items. These brigands really don't know how to hold their things. I'm going to put all these down here so they keep accruing out of what we're collecting. Right, that's all our crafting stuff. Got that. No. Okay, these gloves are just the same, exact same as what we're wearing. Alright, no worries about that. Which one's worth more? They're worth exactly the same too. There you go. And... oh, these pauldrons are very good. Okay, these shoulder pads, we'll definitely wear that. And I think we'll keep our current armor instead. Okay. What do those shoulder pads look like? Oh yeah, not too bad, but I think we'll keep our current outfit going. Alright. And don't worry about that ring. I saw it. I'm going back for it. That's actually where Maribel Thisaway is. Okay. Only one target, but Raging Blade's still a heck of amount of damage. So we'll keep using it. We've got some more gear. We've got this purple axe here. Aha, this purple hammer, which gives us a bunch of might. So even though it's less DPS than our mace, we are going to equip it for that extra might. As we can see, our physical mastery goes up, gives us extra percentage damage. So that's good for us. We've got a necklace finally. Okay, we're going to equip that, even though it's agility. It's better than nothing. Might as well equip it. Okay. In this cage, we should find Maribel Thisaway. There you are. Okay. We're going to try and escape. We're going to protect her on the way out. But we've got some brigands coming to stop us. Okay, well, you aren't going to hurt Maribel. Now, I think this might be the first protection quest we've gotten. I think we had the cook before in Erluin. But if you notice here, we've got their vital signs, their morale and power, up on our screen. And that lets us see how much health they're on, because our job is to protect them. Don't worry, Maribel. We've got these guys. They are no match for our raging blades. Follow me. Why are we following you? Aren't we meant to be protecting you? Okay, we're going out this way. That's the way I was going to take you anyway. But yes, we have to protect this NPC, and so we can see that as she gets damaged, it updates on our screen, so we don't have to have her selected to see how much health she's on. Which is quite helpful for quests like this, because we do need to make sure that she doesn't die. But she's fine, she's off, and she has escaped. Now, we have some more business to finish here, and that is at the Brigand Captain's tent, and the stolen goods, and they are all through here. So let's finish up this camp by collecting these last two brigands. We'll use our battle frenzy skill and get that raging blade going. Finish them off with ease. Collect our last stolen goods, and I believe that chest holds the notes we seek. Alright. Here we are. The chest. Searching it. And we found a stained letter. And I think we're going to end our episode there. I will just close it out here, guys. We can read our letter. As you know, we've had some problems getting enough men to accomplish Sharky's plans for Bree-Land and the Shire. All of Sharky's best, you and me accepted, are occupied in the south. What we've got here ain't quite strong enough to take on the townsfolk straightforward. Okay, so they haven't got enough men. Fortunately, we've been given an opportunity. Orcs have come as far south as the Greenway, even. My friends say Sharky ain't on the best terms with them up north, but some of the orcs who've come south into Bree-Land have been cut off. Rightio. These orcs down here might be convinced to join us. Of course, Sharky knows how to deal with orcs, and these scouts from the north are no doubt in a bad way, since they can't get any new supplies or warriors. This could be just the turn of luck we're looking for. Treat the orc scouts well, and tell your men not to interfere with them, or you'll be responsible for them being dead and all. Okay, so looks like the brigands are going to work with the dwarves, and it's signed off by a man named Bill. I think we'll come into contact with him a bit later. But yes, as I said, guys, that is going to be all for today. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you did, leave a like down there. Press that like button. It really helps out the channel. And also, leave a comment. Tell us what you'd like Nauglir's last name to be, and which direction you'd like us to take in terms of story or fast leveling. Let me know down in the comments. And of course, guys, if you're new, hit that subscribe button. We make new videos every day. And yep, so there'll be another episode out tomorrow. And there's 9 episodes so far. So this is your first episode. Welcome. Catch up on the series, and there'll be another one out tomorrow. But yes, as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.